So we're just taking what we've learned and then putting it together with word problems. I was going to work through 2 from the worksheet with you guys. And then there's an assignment that goes on Canvas where you'll type in your answers to submit your work. So, the first one says, I'm flying a kite and it gets caught at the top of a tree. I've let out all 100 feet of string for the kite, and the angle that the string makes with the ground is 75 degrees. Instead of worrying about how to get my kite back, I want to figure out how tall the tree is. So I have this tree, and then I have my kite that's stuck in the tree. I know this string is 100 feet, and then I know the angle it's making with the ground is 75 degrees. I want to figure out how tall the tree is, so that's the up and down part of the triangle. So I want to label O, H, and A. This is my hypotenuse. This is my adjacent side, and this is my opposite. This is adjacent because it's touching the angle and isn't the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always the longest side. Opposite doesn't touch this angle mark. So then I want to go ahead and write out SOHCAHTOA so I can decide which trig function I want to use here. I don't have any side links for my A, so that's not what I want to use. I'm going to cross out all of my trig functions with A. Then I'm going to write out sine. I have 75 equals opposite over hypotenuse, so x over 100. Then this fraction, I want to get the x alone, so what I normally would do is I would multiply both sides by 100, because the opposite of division is multiplication. So I want to write 100 on both sides. It cancels out on the right, so I'm just going to rewrite my equation. Oops, should equal that. Then I want to go ahead and type this into decimals. I want to make sure I'm using scientific, because if I use graphing, it's going to give me the wrong answer. So I'm going to type in 100 sine and then 75. Which gets me 95.59. The problems want me to round to the nearest tenth, which is 1 decimal place. So I'm going to have 90, I didn't remember that, 96.6 feet for my answer. Yeah, I just type 100 sine 75 and then it comes up automatically. Any other questions here? Number 2 is telling me this girl is walking to her office building. This is her office building. She knows that it's 150 feet tall, and it tells me the angle to the top of the building from where she's currently standing is 6 degrees. It wants to figure out how much further she needs to walk. So because she's walking and not flying, she's going across the straight distance. So I want to go ahead and just like before, I want to label the parts of my triangle O, H, and A. H is the longest side. Adjacent is the part that touches the angle but isn't the hypotenuse. And opposite is the one that doesn't touch the angle mark. So now I'm going to write out SOHCAHTOA again. And this time I don't have a number with my H, so H is not the letter I want. I want to use tangent. So I'm going to have tangent 6. Opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to have 150 over x. Then I'm going to treat this fraction just like the fraction before. I'm going to multiply both sides by x just to get rid of the fraction. So I'm going to rewrite. I have x tan 6 equals 150. Then I need to get x alone, so I'm going to divide both sides by tangent. So I'm just going to rewrite this off to the side. I have 150 divided by tangent 6. So I can go ahead and go to Desmos and type this in. Desmos. I have 150 divided by tangent 6, which gets me 1,427. I'm going to round up because of that 5.2. This one is again feet. Questions?